Okay, so I have one last story that I just remembered. So this was about 7 years ago. So I grew up in a place called Siskiyou County. It's by Mount Shasta. And when I was about 13 years old, I moved back to Arizona where I was originally born. When I was 18, I moved back to Northern California and I lived with my brother. And we lived in this town called Weed. Well, one night we're sitting there and we hear like a bunch of helicopters, and it's nighttime, and like they're big helicopters. I think they're called like Chinook helicopters. I'm not sure exactly, but they're big. They carry a lot of people. And I mean, it's nighttime, so I don't know for sure. I just know they were big helicopters when we went out and looked. So we like turn all the lights of the house off. We turn the outside lights off, and we're standing on the porch, and we look up, and like coming from the direction of Mount Shasta, we see like, I think it might have been like 4 helicopters on the first row. And then above it, you could see an aircraft, but there's no lights on it. And it's flying above the helicopters, and you can hear the helicopters, okay? And you can make out the figures of these helicopters. And above it, there's like an unidentified object, no lights on it. And then above that is an airplane, and you can see the lights on the airplane blinking. But the two rows of aircrafts below that, you can't see any lights on it, but you can see the shapes of it. And you know what a helicopter sounds like. So, you know, we've seen those 4 on the bottom, and they were like making their way from Mount Shasta. I don't know what it was, but something interesting. Might have been military, and like the, you know, aircraft between the plane and helicopters. We don't know what that was. We could just see like a shape of an aircraft. But normally when something's flying in the sky, they have like the little lights that indicate that there's an aircraft, they're blinking or whatnot. But there was none of that. Just the airplane above had the lights going on, blinking, and then the aircrafts below it were just, you could just see the shapes of it, and then you could hear the helicopters. Okay, so yeah, I just thought I'd share that really quick.